Welcome everyone to another Gran Turismo 7 video. This will be my first video with an actual intro, so we are moving up in the world. Today we are going to continue the little series on the cafe books, primarily just to get access to the online and the online racing essentially, also or the multiplayer. So today, we're going to start out. We're going to do Cafe Book 7, the European Hot Hatches. So we listen to Luca explain it all to us. All right, so let's jump in. Back to the World Circuits. Staying with the Mini Cooper that we did some little mods to it in the last video. I had the difficulty setting, excuse me, difficulty setting as normal, so I don't really have to be too fast to, to finish top 3. But here we go. This is a Brands Hatch. First corner. I really hate this corner. I always miss it. It's I don't know. It doesn't fit my driving style or something, but not too bad. I mean, it's pretty low speed too, so hard to screw up when you're going slow. Make a move on the outside here. A double overtake into turn 1. Trying to keep it clean, even though it's AIs. I still try to race clean, like I would anywhere else. But yeah, double overtake going into the hairpin turn there. This is the very short version of Brands Hatch, so actually not a lot of time to make up positions. But this Mini is pretty quick, handles really well. It doesn't have a huge top end or anything, but it does handle really well. Then as we come around for the last corner, lap 1, we're already up to 4th position, just over 8 seconds back. Should be able to make up the time pretty easily. As we head into turn 1 again, so we can at least keep it tidy. Got a little bit of oversteer there, got a little loose. But that's alright. Into the hairpin. Once again, slowing it down, rolling through. Now we've chopped down the lead by about a little over a second and a half. Good progress. The AIs on this course, they take these last 2 corners very slow. You'll see I make up a lot of ground right through here. I just, it's flat out for me, but they're on the brakes. And I make up a huge gap in that little section there. Up to 3rd place. Coming around for the last lap. Just over 2 seconds away, almost 3 seconds back from the leader. Last time into this first corner. Can I hit it? Not too bad. Could have been a little faster, I'm sure, but that's not bad. I didn't run off into the gravel. And getting some frame rate issues again. Pretty sure I need to upgrade my graphics card. It's kind of an older card, but it's all I had. I did build a new computer, and the graphics card costs were just astronomical. So I used an old graphics card, so it is definitely the weak link in the system, but it works generally. Yeah, I get little issues with frame rate every now and then, but not too bad. So as we come around to the last corner, overtaking 1st place, should cruise along pretty easily here now to the finish line to capture 1st place in race 1. And there it is. Pretty easy. Nothing too challenging on that one. I did edit out some of the loading screens. Like I said in the previous video, I do have a PlayStation 4. so the loading times are ridiculous. So I did some editing, my very amateurish editing skills, but still I did edit some of the loading times to move it along. I was contemplating maybe using a faster car for this next race, just because I have one. But at the end of the day, I was like, I want some challenge. It's no fun just to, blow away all the other competition easily. So I did decide just to stick with the old Mini Cooper, at least make it somewhat of a race. This is the new Alsace course. I think it's called the test course. It's got a crazy steep corkscrew turn on it that is pretty tricky. Keeping up the speed here through the long left-hander. Make up a lot of time on the AI drivers on that corner. They seem to want to kind of tiptoe through it. Also, this corkscrew up the hill, you can really just sling the car up there. Makes up a lot of time there as well. Just like that. Halfway through lap 1, I've already made up for 4 positions. So really the only real challenging racers, even on your normal difficulty, is like the top 2 guys. They'll put up a little bit of a fight. They're a good bit quicker than the field, but still not normally a huge challenge. Really the challenge just starting back in 8th and having such a short race. As we send it around the long left-hander again in lap 2. Picking off the Audi. Let's see how much time I make up in this little corkscrew as we get some more frame rate lag. Apologies. But as we head into this corkscrew again, look at that. You gain so much time. Went a little wide, carried a little too much speed. A little wide at the top of the hill. Still managed to pick up a good bit of time heading around to the penultimate corner for lap 2. Leaders just in front, easy striking distance. This next corner here is another big gainer because the AI again, they go slowly through here, if I could speak. They're tapping the brakes, and no reason to tap the brakes through there, but they do, and I appreciate it. Makes it a little easier for me. Same for this corner here. They seem to go a little slower than they need to. I'm able to just full throttle, flat out, slingshot around, try to get set up here for the corkscrew. Nope, not quite enough room, but still pretty easy to do it. They lose a lot of time through the little corkscrew here, so. And again, went way too wide, washed out, but I made up plenty of time there. Got a nice little lead. Even though they are faster top end, and they do catch up down the straights, or the mini straights on this one, I do have a big enough lead to bring it around for another first place. Easy peasy. There we go. That is 2 down. Only have to finish top 3, so 2 victories. We'll always take that. It is very difficult to actually win these races on hard mode because you start so far back. You really have to have a car that's quite a bit more powerful than the competition. And even though it's a much more challenging race, I'd rather race a more equal car and win. But that's just me. So as we get into the 3rd race of this Cafe Book 7, starting a ways back in 8th place on this race. This is a fun little course. I really enjoy this one. I like the long version better, but with these slow cars, really the short track is the way to go. And more frame rate. Pretty annoying. Luckily, it's only just for a few moments. Here we go. We are pulling up on... Well, I've only made one pass so far, technically. Here's a great passing point coming down this hill. Again, the AI really goes really slow through this downhill left-hander. So you can just fly past them. Just flat out, and they're hitting the brakes. Strange, but I appreciate it. Makes it a little easier. I can get slowed down for this uphill right-hander. I usually just blow through that corner. Pretty good that time. I always forget this left-hander here is actually flat out. Doesn't seem like it should be, but since it's uphill, you can get away with it, but I don't there. I let off a little bit. Won't matter in the long run. But as we come around one more corner before the finish line to complete lap 1, we do find ourselves in 4th place. As we did the first 2 races, made up half the field in the first lap. And as you can see, the AI, those cars are faster than the Mini, obviously down the stretch, so we make up a lot of the time in the corners, because AI seems to be a lot more conservative going into the corners, which is our saving grace. We definitely can't outrun them. But as I said on the first lap there, after that right-hander at the top of the hill, coming down the hill, you make up tons of time on the AI since they go so slowly through there. And once again, through the long right-hander, heading down the hill. And I'll just go flat out, right around AI as he hits the brakes for unknown reasons. Suffer through some more frame rate issues. I don't seem extra long. Back up the hill. See if I go flat out this time to this left-hander. I think I may have just burped the throttle a little bit there, but and around the final left-hander again with a 1.5 second lead hidden into the long straight. 2 seconds now. That McGann should catch me pretty good on this long straight here. Oh, and I was not paying attention. This was only 2 laps, so nice little T-bone action for extra excitement. Love to see it. So yeah, there we go. I had completely forgotten that was only a 2-lap race, and I was not paying attention. Thought there was one more to go. Thankfully, we didn't have to suffer through a whole nother lap because we were well in the lead. But that's it. That's 3 races, 3 firsts, 3 new cars. And that is Cafe Book 7 European Hot Hatches complete. We'll listen to Luca give us a little insight on the cars. Opened up Scapes, opened up the GT Auto. So we can do some customizations. And if it ever loads, here we go. Love that car. The old GTI. I wanted one when I was a kid. I love that. I wanted one so bad. The Mini Cooper, now owned by BMW. No longer a British car. What a crime. So we will move on to the Cafe Book 8. A real easy one. Just got to wash a car. Easy peasy. Easy peasy. Where did that phrase come from? Did someone just say it because it rhymed one day and it kind of caught on? Easy peasy. All right. So, yep. As I said, they unlocked the scapes, which I think I've used one time. And the GT Auto, which we need to go to. That's where we get our car washed, oil changed, custom liveries for the car and the driving suits and helmets. But all we have to do here is a quick wash. We'll get the little Mini all cleaned up and shiny. Only 50 credits. It should be free though, really. Your first one should be free, right? I think so. They should give you just a complimentary wash for visiting the GT Auto. But there it is. All sparkly clean. Quick and easy cafe book there. So we'll head back to the cafe, turn that book in. Oh, I did such a good job of washing the car. Thank you, Luca. Appreciate that. Appreciate the support, man. We get rewarded with one of my favorite... I'm sorry. We get rewarded with one of my least favorite tracks, the Tokyo Speedway. I don't know what it is about this thing, but I just struggle with this. You know, I think it's all the walls and the tunnels. It's actually fairly high speed, and I just beat the walls up. I try to race clean. I try to race like, you know, it's like my car. Try to race, you know, clean and professional, but I'm just not good. So we got the little video here for the Tokyo Expressway introductory. I felt they could have had a lot more of the neon from Tokyo. I think it would have been a kind of a cooler video. But they are showing the expressway, so I guess that's the important part. Ooh. Ah. Fireworks. Anyway, on to the Tokyo Expressway Championship. I believe for this race I did not stick with the Mini. I think I did opt to, yeah, I did a little edit right there. Seamless edit. If I didn't say something, you wouldn't even have known. But I'm honest, and you know. So I did opt for the Integra. It is a quicker car, better handling car for this race. So like I said, I did start out with the Mini, and I immediately changed my mind. So I used my hack editing skills to make it look like I always meant to use the Integra. But here we go. 2 laps, Tokyo Expressway. Not too bad there. A little bump of the wall, but not bad. I think I've run this section of the Tokyo Expressway a whole bunch of times on the driver's license testing. So I've got that down pretty good through there. As we get more frame rate issues, but we carry on. Again, these tight-ish higher speed corners actually make it through that one okay. Ugly. I mean, it wasn't like a pretty corner by any means, but I stayed off the wall, and for me that is a win. Down into another tunnel section here. Banging off the wall there again, but I'm not wall riding. I will not wall ride unless it's some crazy challenge where I'm so far behind that I will wall ride and cheat the game a little bit, but I try not to. If I hit the wall, it's on accident. Try to stay off the other cars, try to stay off the walls, try to race clean. It's just how I do it. And it's good practice for when you're in the online lobbies racing against other people. Good practice for keeping it clean. And as we come around here to the final corner on lap 1, we have made our way up to P3. Not too bad, not too shabby. And up to P2. Trying to close in on the leader here. See if I can make this a little cleaner lap than last time. Really on the brakes, really hard through there. Didn't really expect it, but he did leave some room on the outside to get around and let us cruise on into P1. Now that I'm in P1, I'm not really chasing anybody more. I just need to, maintain first. I really try to, keep this lap clean and try to stay off the walls. And I think I did it for the most part. I don't remember if I hit a wall on this lap or not. But as you can tell, my driving, it's just ugly. My driving style through Tokyo it's rough. I don't know if it's the way I enter into the corners, my braking, I don't know. Maybe it's a combination of everything, but yeah, I struggle on this course. Being smooth, hitting apexes. But not too bad. Not bad on this lap. Did pretty good. Trying to be pretty careful. Not super fast, but clean. That was my goal. Be fast enough, but make it clean. Keep the paint on the car. And there it is. Race 1 done. First place. All-rounder trophy. I'm not sure what that means, but I'll take it. I like trophies. Clean race bonus. On to race 2. Race 2, there's some little edit there. Pretty clean. Pretty clean edit. Race 2 is in the rain. So that always makes it even more fun in Tokyo. But we'll make it happen. Tokyo reversed in the rain. It almost looks like it's snowing. Does it snow in Tokyo? I have no idea. If you've been to Tokyo, or you're from Tokyo even, let me know if it snows there. That's going to be really hard though, because I don't think anybody's watching my videos yet. So, I'll probably never know the answer to that. But here we go, we're up to P9. One little wall touch. Nothing major so far. Again, I know the car is fast enough to, pass these guys without cheating or wall riding or slamming into them. So that's what I'm trying to do. Try to race professionally. Pass these guys appropriately without being an idiot. I was way too slow through there, but the rain, this track plus rain makes me scared. So I probably brake and go a little slower than I need to through the corners. Around Lopez, into P6. Definitely not as quick as the first race. I think I was up to P3 after the first lap. And I don't think I'm going to quite get to P3 in race 2 on the first lap. And 6 seconds behind still, too. I can navigate the mini. And I did hit P3 just before the finish line for lap 1. 5-second. I'm down 5 seconds a leader going into lap 2, which is quite a bit. Tokyo's not real long, and as I said, I'm not that fast, and I think my driving is getting worse as we go. I'll blame it on the rain. I think it's getting wetter. So yeah, it's not my driving. It's definitely wet racetrack, wet roads. And bash into the wall again. Try to stay off Blazon from Hungary. There we go. Made that pass. 3 seconds down with just about a half a lap to go. So I've only made up about 2 seconds. So we'll have to be pretty quick through this last half. To be honest, I do not remember if I won this race or not. So I'm riding with you here. We'll see how I do. And if anybody's thinking, how do you not know if you won this race? I actually did this race a couple days ago. I'm just now getting around to do the voice edit for it, so I don't remember. Sorry. But here we go, closing in. First place. 1 corner to go. Looks like maybe might be able to get around him. Actually, I think I do remember. I think this is a photo finish. I think I do win, but it's like, and I get a trophy. That is, yep, now I remember. Yep. Near photo finish. First place. Well done, Zen Zero. So yeah, first place in both races, which gives me the Tokyo Expressway Championship, $20,000, and another car. A bonus car. The Nissan Silvia Q's, which will never be driven. But who knows? Maybe it will be. You never know. Daily races are kind of funny that way. You never know what kind of car they're going to throw in there. But there it is. That is Cafe Book 9. Is that what I said? It's 8 or 9. But that's what we're going for. Unlocking the sport. Unlock the multiplayer. That's it. So I'm going to go and I accept the book 10, but I will not be doing it. Probably will not do another Cafe Book series because they are kind of boring. And really just the point of it was just to get to the online multiplayer unlocked. So that's it. Books 7, 8, and 9 in this video. Unlock the multiplayer. So up next should be some daily races, which is a lot more fun, a lot more exciting. But again, as always, I thank anybody who's watched this video. I appreciate it. Thank you for putting up with my noobish editing, my glitchy graphics. Until next time, take care.